Hi there, Natalia. Another set of essays from you. Great work. Let's see what you did here, shall we? Okay, the first one is about travel, domestic and international. And you have to discuss the advantages and disadvantages. Let's see. In the last 20 years, more and more people have been spending their time and money on national and international trips. Some people believe it is a waste of money. Okay, yes, but there really should be another sentence here where you essentially say that you're going to discuss both elements of whether it's positive or negative. Basically this. I mean, just this essay will discuss the benefits and drawbacks of travel. All right, but that's absolutely missing this paragraph. Moving on. Those who advocate against travel, when you start a new paragraph, it's a good idea to write the word again. Okay? So those who advocate against travel argue that people should be careful with their budget and deposit their finances in long-term investments. Actually, to be concerned about the future is necessary since we do know how since we do not know how our lives will be when we get older. For example, some relatives I have never paid pension plans their entire lives and now got to their 60s with no possibility of retirement, no travel plans, or even a health insurance plan. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but you've really gotten off topic. The essay is not about the benefits and the reasons for saving money. The idea is, why is travel, why does it have disadvantages? What are the disadvantages of travel? So a more logical development here would be something like travel spoils the beauty of a location. Okay, and then for example, Venice, which is one of the most visited places in the world, has now put a cap on the number of visitors because it has become overrun, tampering with and lessening the beauty of the area. Okay? Another negative you could have talked about is also the environmental damage involved with travel. There's a lot of talk about how airplanes with their jet fuels really emit a lot of pollution into the environment. So that's another thing you could have developed here. But this particular way that you develop this, it's just off topic. You're not talking about travel. You're talking about the importance of investing. Okay? Let's move on. On the other hand, those who believe everyone should spend some time traveling say that we only live once. In fact, several millennials, well, I wouldn't say several. Several as a number is really rather limited. Okay, so instead you should say numerous millennials or many millennials are leaving everything behind to have intercultural experiences. Through traveling, we have the chance to get in contact with different life perspectives and cultures, which, not what, which enrich our self-perception. I would like an example of this here. I feel like it needs some support. Moreover, enjoying life through travel, you don't have to say traveling when there's a perfectly appropriate noun here. So, enjoying life through travel can increase happiness. How? Why? Explain it to me. Therefore, enhancing life quality, get rid of this what, contributes to physical and emotional health. For example, a person who spends at least 1 month abroad every year can feel so balanced that it reflects on his or her health. Okay, the order of your paragraphs sentences is wrong. This belongs at the very end. So, let's change around the sentence order and say, moreover, enjoying life through travel can increase happiness. For example, a person who spends at least 1 month abroad every year can feel so balanced that it reflects on his or her health. Therefore, enhancing life quality through travel contributes to emotional and physical health. Something like that, okay? But there's absolutely a problem with the order of your paragraphs. So let's move on to your conclusion. To conclude, traveling can make us spend money that could be useful on our retirement. However, it can also be considered an investment on mental and physical health. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more in general about this essay. For me, the strong points were with your grammar and your vocabulary. They're both quite accurate. They're both good. You had good lexical resources. You could see that I didn't really correct anything as far as those two criteria are concerned. However, the areas that were problematic were your task achievement and your coherence and cohesion. Let me explain to you where. So here, I felt like there was something missing. Okay, so that would probably be a structural thing that would count against coherence and cohesion. Here, the task achievement is really off. It's the topic development it just gets off topic. It's not focused. You're not focusing about the negatives of travel. I mean, okay, you can't invest, and then you go into this whole thing about investment, but it's not focused on travel. Okay, so that's a problem here, and this will definitely lower your score for task achievement. Now here, the paragraph was for the most part fine, but you did have something strange happening towards the latter half of the paragraph with your sentence order. It felt like something was off there, and it felt like the order of your sentences was a little incorrect. Okay, so that again would would take some points off of your coherence and cohesion. All right, so those are the two areas that I want you to think about. I think I've covered them quite a bit. So let's move on to your letter. You're writing your friend. Okay, so it's an informal letter. Hi, Nora. Now, just an FYI to you, in the beginning of the letter, it always tells you how to begin it. So it'll say, dear ... All right, make sure you pay attention to that opening. It doesn't usually say hi, so you'll probably say something. You'll probably see something like dear. Just keep it in mind. Just make sure that whatever is shown on the paper is what you actually end up writing. Okay. So let's assume you wrote, dear Nora, I am writing to let you know about the latest news of my life. All right. Now I want to remind you, this is an informal letter. You are writing to a friend. So while this beginning would be absolutely appropriate in a formal letter to someone you don't really know, it's not 100% appropriate for a friend. So it's more typical, and it's basically a convention of letter writing, to say, how are you? Okay? Or say something like, how are you and your family? How is John? How is Susan? How is whatever, your dog, Fred? I don't know. Okay? So, assuming you started like that, how are you? I hope John and your cat Fred are doing well. I'm writing to let you know about the latest news in my life. Again, this also feels a little foreign. Not foreign, but a little formal. So you could have said, I wanted to let you know something's happening with me lately. All right, it's a little friendlier, a little less formal than this. To begin with, I'm not working at the chemistry college anymore. As you know, I've never been really comfortable with their management style, and despite the fact that I'm passionate about the higher education field, I wasn't enjoying working there for quite a long time. Before I resigned, I applied to the education college, and I got a job as a distance education courses planner. Can you believe that? Now I will finally have the chance to test some education methods, since I will have to plan several courses. I got so excited about it because I've been wanting to work there since I graduated. The only problem is that I'll have to move out to Langley, since the position I applied to is on the Langley campus. Well, enough about me. Please tell me what is happening in your life. How is your job? Are you still living in Portland? I hope everything is fine with you, and I'd like to hear from you soon. Best wishes. Don't forget, this needs a comma, and the second word doesn't have a capital. It should just be lowercase. All right, this is beautiful. All right, apart from that little thing we talked about in the beginning, it's very well written. It reads very naturally, so it's a good job. I'm quite pleased with it, okay? You developed well. You had interesting things to say. So I'm very happy with that, okay? Good job. So just correct these, add to your error correction list, and write us a new set of essays, okay? You're doing really well. So good luck, and just keep in mind the things that I mentioned about your task 2. And let's see how you apply the feedback that I gave you in your next set of essays. Okay, good luck to you.